What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you all doing, boys and girls? How are my fellow tankers doing today? Cosmic Arrow here, rolling out my brand new tier 10 German heavy, the infamous MAUS. Today I shall be bringing you some gameplay, quite a few battles of myself rolling out in this beast, this monstrosity. Yes, indeed, the lemon squeezy, and yeah, got to stop it. Mind the guns firing, absolutely, and. Yeah, these are my GGs so far. You know, these are my good games. Have had just as many terrible, god-awful games but in this tank as GGs. But I can honestly say it's, you know, it was down to the fact that I'm a slow tank, that, yeah, I don't have the greatest gun, that, you know, I got poor turret traverse, or maybe I called out a situation, you know, bad, so to speak, that I went down a flank that I shouldn't have, you know, because, like for instance here, you know, this could have just worked out so terribly for me. You know, I'm completely solo. In my previous vid I mentioned, don't go anywhere solo. I don't want to go anywhere solo. I need support, but truth be told, you know, I've got the, I don't know, the terrain here, possibly, maybe, on my side, so to speak. You know, if anybody wants to come down and duke it out with me, brawl with me, they can do so. But I'm going to angle my tank to death, you know, possibly, maybe, if they're face hugging me or anything like that, I'm going to push them into the water, you know. And there's no Artie in play, so if Artie was in play, I don't think I'd be here, because Artie would be, okay, target priority, there's a MAUS, shoot him, you know, shoot the hell out of the MAUS. So I'm doing good so far. It's working out in my favor. As you can see, you know, I already picked up my first kill. I got a nice shot there on the VK-45B. Trying to pen that E75, but my accuracy is not working out for me there. Absolutely. It hasn't got the most accurate gun. Is this going to work? Let's see. Yeah, you know, it was a bounce. M103, trying to be a smarty pants. He tracks me. Big friggin' deal. You know, there ain't no TDs in the back, as you can see on the enemy team. So there's no Artie. So there's not. I mean, possibly maybe he's just irritating me. I haven't got a clue. I didn't really care, to tell you the truth, and yeah, wasn't sure what his plan was. Either or, you know, you can see that my fellow TD is coming up to duke it out with him, and so we good. Surprised I didn't get the pen here on the Tiger 2. We are good to go. My TD comes down for a ram, the E3, onto the M103. I'd like to help out my E3, but here we go. We're going to get a pen in. You can see the slow turret traverse of my tank coming into play. And, you know, not the most fantastic gun, but the gun's decent enough. I mean, I have experience with the thing because it's the 75 gun, you know, bottom line. Here we go. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. I think possibly, maybe, yeah, he gets taken out by a heavy sniper from the back, of course. Heavy sniper, the brand new phenomena. Well, there's nothing brand new about it, you know. I'm not going to say anything derogatory. Pardon me. And we're doing work. We're doing good work here. I've yet to lose any hit points. And it's like I said, keep in mind these are GGs. These are good games. Some people have mentioned in the comments, why don't you put up a normal game? Why don't you put up a regular game? And I'm not putting them down or anything. But this is YouTube. You don't come here to watch boring ass gameplay. You know. You don't come here to watch. You know, I'm not going to waste your time with that. You click on a vid. You got 10 minutes to spare. You know, 20 minutes. In this case, with this vid, half an hour. You know, I'm going to give you the best I got, so to speak. You know, I'm not going to give you boring ass average. I'm going to give you the best that I have, you know, to offer. Absolutely. Pen the low plate at the E75. Very easy. You can tell, you know, these kind of players. You see that E75, you know, he's camping in the back. I'm not taking anything away from you, buddy. Absolutely. I'm just talking about, you know, sussing out players, figuring out players, you know, when you see them on the battlefield. And I knew this gentleman was possibly maybe somewhat inexperienced in the way he was handling his tank, in the way he reacted to myself, etc., etc. And I just knew I was gonna, pulverize, annihilate this guy. And you see this all the time, and vice versa. You'll see a really decent player, and you're like, okay, give this guy a wide berth. I've got to play it smart against this guy, etc., etc. And but we're good to go. We lead in 11-4. Get a nice side shot into the E75. Pull back, angle my tank. Are we good? There's nothing much here, Mr. E75. I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. He's trying. But it's just not working out for him. Poor guy. I will humiliate some people and in these gameplays. And I'm not making fun of them. I'm really not. Please don't. It's just a game. I'm enjoying myself and all of that good stuff, and I'm just using my tank to the best of its abilities, and sometimes just for shits and giggles I'll kind of waiting for my shot. It's an E75. I respect his armor and all that good stuff, and there we go. Penny's low plate and pick up the kill, and we're gonna go into humiliation mode now. It's the mouse. I mean, you get a big head when you're in a mouse. What can I say? I mean, I didn't think I was gonna make it to get the kill on the heavy, so I was like, whatever, just push this guy. Good to go. GG number 1, picking up just over 4k damage, bounced 3k shots. Very interesting with this tank. You're kind of looking at how much damage you do and how much you've bounced. And on to our second game. As you can see, we are on Himmelsdorf, and what else is there for me to do? I cannot go up the hill. I don't think I've been up the hill. There's not that much for me to do in my mouse, except Banana Road, Sniper Alley, whatever you want to call it. And possibly maybe I wasn't going to be able to side scrape here. I was thinking to myself, due to the fact there's a dead corpse of a compadre here. I'm fully aware there's a Death Star Mark II over there in the background. I think he was the one who just picked up the kill. Penned the IS-3 very nicely there, absolutely. And as you can see, Mr. Sideshot there, T62A, very nice. But he's flanking, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But this early in the game, come on, 300 alpha. I've got 3,000 hit points. It's gonna take him, forever and a day to do this, basically. Mr. IS-7, and foolishly, I thought he was going to drive past me. I was like, you're not going nowhere now, Possibly maybe he saw my little scout tank there. And, yeah, I'm going to humiliate you as well. I'm going to block you in. That height of the mouse coming into play, easily pen his upper plate there. Absolutely. And I thought I was done and dusted there for a second. I have managed to lose 1/3 of my hit points, but we're good. I think that, I'm pretty sure that the Death Star Mark II is still in play. Not sure if that was him that bounced off me. You can see I'm still getting lit up. There he is. Absolutely. No, I'm not zoomed in. And the heavy next to me, I believe it's an E100. He's going to be pushing, so I decide, okay, let's go ahead and support. If he's going, I should go. Absolutely, 100%. Try a little auto aim there, but it doesn't work. And yeah, look at that, 1300. Not sure is that Hesh that he's firing or the regular AP. I think it's pretty much identical to the Death Star. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's shaved off considerable amount of health of the 100 side. This side, I'll take the lead, buddy, so to speak. And it looks like the Death Star is scooting away. You can see on the little mini map there. There he goes, there he goes. IS-3 auto aim. I get very lucky there. Absolutely. Somewhat, maybe, possibly exposing my lower plates. I decide, okay, side scrape, side scrape, side scrape, side scrape. At the same time, I am blocking the E100. Oh, he pulls through, and I managed to take him out. We are good to go. Picking up my first kill. And now it's all about the Death Star Mark II, FV4202, whatever the hell it's called. It's all about that tank, hunting down that tank. There he is. And hopefully, you know, at this moment, I was saying, I hope I get his rear, you know, not his front. And here we go, here we go. What do we see? What do we see? Yep, I'm following you, buddy. No problemo. Yeah, it is his rear. Damage his engine. E100 gets a shot in as well. Can I catch up with him? Get a nice little ram, possibly, maybe. And there we go. I believe that was my first kill on a Death Star Mark II. I think so. I don't recall ever killing one before. GG all round. GG all round. Keep in mind, it's like I said, you know, you get a fantastic game, you get a pretty decent game, you get a sucky ass game, you know, in the MAUS. Not bad, 3.5k, nothing special there. And third game, we are on the dreaded Kamarin Assault. Why on earth would I put up gameplay of me in the MAUS on Kamarin Assault? Why on earth would I put up any kind of gameplay? Oh, yeah. How many of you out there complain about this game mode on this map on there? The map is just too small. You know, it's just it's a clusterfuck of. It's just insane. It's just too small. It's too small for two large tanks. You know, the tanks are too big for the map. As far as tier 10 is concerned, absolutely 100%. You know, and I mean the MAUS. I mean the biggest, most bombastic tank in the game. It just doesn't work. You know, and I was not expecting anything special in this friggin' tank. On this friggin' map, in this friggin' game mode. You know, I was not expecting to get 2 pens, not 3 pens. I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting a win. Don't get me wrong, I was expecting a win, 100%. There's only one piece of arty. We're good. I have a spool liner installed. Apparently it's extra effective, the most effective when it comes to spool line. You know, because the MAUS has so many hit points, I guess. I haven't got a clue. Installing the spool liner on this tank is super effective, apparently so, and I have noticed it, you know, but I'll report back to you basically, because I'm only, what is it, 20-30 games in with the MAUS, and but yeah, I wasn't really that worried about audio. I said, you know, 100% play audio safe, play TD safe, and you know, use your hit points, get the win. You know, don't let your team down. If the enemy's Reds get a win on this map, and they're attacking, you know, you should be embarrassed, because it's pretty easy to win, and etc. But you know, bottom line, it is what it is. There's no tactics here. There's no strategy. It's just sit back, wait for them, allow them to attack. Time is on our side, and etc. You know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna foolishly run out there and attempt to get some angles and dongles and this and that. You know, with my MAUS, I've got a bit of a responsibility, being the biggest, most heavy tier 10 with the most amount of hit points. You know, there's a bit of a responsibility there, I would say. Absolutely. Easy, pen this, go on. There we go. And like I said, we're halfway through the game and I've managed to pick up my first pen. Exactly what I had expected. Not a lot. You know, 100%. Not a lot. Not a whole lot. And again, you know, not expecting much, but I do see this little scouty, and yeah, surprisingly, you know, okay, you know, side turret. Of course, I'm gonna pen the side of his turret, T30, but at this distance, you know, RNG was like, you go, Cosmic, you know, go for it. 268, nah, you know, that's not gonna work. Tortoise, nah, that's not gonna work. Absolutely, but Mr. Scouty doing his job, the 1390 doing his job. So I'm going to take advantage and try my best to pen something, anything. Picked up 2 pens so far. We could, you know, Tortoise. It's just, maybe his side. He's using his gun depression. There we go. There we go. Not bad. It must have been the side. Possibly, maybe. I wouldn't say that was skill. I'd say that was RNG, just saying, okay, you know, go ahead, go ahead, you can have that, you know, my little gift to you in this crappy map, in this crappy game mode, and etc. etc. A lot of fun times to be had on this map at the mid tiers, in medium tanks, in scout tanks, in this and that, you know, in a MAUS. Nah. Mr. 1390, surprisingly, still alive. A lot of TDs there in the background. So, kudos to him. He's doing his job. Absolutely, 100%. And, you know, you can see, this is me looking at the timer, you know. This is me doing a kind of like a flip, a 360. What happened here basically was like, this was me saying, okay, 3,000 hit points, all the armor in the world, quite a bit of distance between me and the obviously camping Reds in the back, who don't seem to realize that, you know, when you're attacking on assault, you should be attacking. You combine these things, 4 minutes to go. You know, what's the result? It's me just left clicking on my controller and just going for it, and, you know, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Wherever those shots are coming from, I'm gonna drive in that distance, and yeah, you know, truth be told, was not expecting to die. You know, I was not expecting to die. Because just like in the previous game, you know, with the E75, you could sense that, you know, the player was weak. You could sense that somewhat maybe this whole team was kind of weak. You know, the word, not potatoes, I guess, comes to mind. But, you know, where are your balls? You know, where are your balls? But I get it, you know, the frustration of playing this map when you're attacking. I 100% get it. You know, logic, common sense, frustration, etc., etc. Yeah, I get it. So it is what it is, absolutely. I just hit a left click, hit a cruise control, and just went for it. What happens, happens. Woofy? You know, I got 1,700 hit points. I was hoping to finish him off here. But, yeah, he gets taken out. Good to go. Who's next? We've got 2 minutes of rampage mode left. You know, I got 2 minutes. Bounce off the IS-7. Absolutely, you know, auto aim is not going to work. Even on his rear. And yeah, again, you know, I'm kind of mocking and all that jazz. This is the height of the tank kind of coming into play, although it is his rear, and yeah, kind of, yeah, not taking anything away from this guy, absolutely, but yeah, I'm kind of just like the E75. I'm kind of humiliating, using the power. It's kind of A little bit sad, I'd say. Yeah, I kind of bit of a big head. Yet to pen me at all. Put you out your misery. Sorry. We're good. Shit, FV215B. One of the most accurate guns in the game, and yeah, it's kind of, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work on Kamarin assault when you're attacking, but I feel for you. If I get to kill this guy, the perfect ending to a very surprising game. A most surprising game. I was just looking at this was like the battle against the timer. Yeah, this is battle against the timer, not against the Reds or a team. Battle against the timer. Yeah, good to go. GG. GG. Very surprising game. Showcasing the power. 4.2k damage. Holy schmoly. Okay, so we've had a nice batch of silly games, and I guess we're going to end things with, I guess you would call it a serious game. I don't know, you know. But this is where I just went over the top with using this tank to the, you know, to the max when it comes to the armor and the capabilities of the thing, and angling it just so, and just being this impregnable fortress of whatever you want to call it, that the German nastiness that would not allow anything to get through. And truth be told, just like Kamarin assault, I was not expecting a lot. You know, truth be told, the Reds have a shit ton of mediums, and I was not expecting a lot. I really wasn't, but yeah. So anyhow, enjoy. Enjoy. And so what do we see off into this is I believe that the oh, I can melt you like butter, baby. You know, leopard PTA, you kidding me? I've been grinding out that thing. Oof, forget about it. Very decent, very accurate gun. Nice bit of a pen there, 268 on the leopard PTA, but you ain't got no armor basically. You're just basically a terrorist with a bazooka. You know, that bazooka might be big and strong, but oh, come on, that was good. FE202 side, no problemo. Oh, there. Oh, yes, he's tracked. Come on, sneak it in. There we go. Nice, good to go. And the mediums up there again, they're doing their best. See what was 100. They bring out the big bad boy. Oh, he's lifting his butt up. Oh, I just rushed that shot. Could have got the kill, possibly, maybe. My E100 as well, pushing out here, exposing himself, but he's angled pretty well. No audience plate, keep that in mind. Trying to find that shot. That was just a waste. That was 100% silly. T28, FE, that 202. He's just nah. He's not doing it right. In my personal opinion. Exposing himself way too much, and I think he's possibly maybe attempting to get my lower plate, and that's why he's exposing his tank way too much. Can I sneak it in? No. Accuracy lets me down. And you can see there's an enemy MAUS on the Reds. I'm forgetting to mention this, you know, I'm angling my turret just so, you know, every time I take my shot. And my tank as well, just so, you know, waiting for them to pop up. Anybody? Right now it's 50-50. 100%. Try a shot into the blind. Again, you can see the way I'm angling my turret. Around the 3-second mark, I'm kind of preparing. Yeah, go on. There it is. That was a little bit of RNG on my side there. But every time I kind of, with any tank, I kind of hit the 3-second mark. I'm kind of preparing for my next shot. Yes, right there. Yeah, I think I can get that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice high roll. Good to go. And the T28 needs to back off. And GG so far. I mean, it's 50-50. But these guys up ahead of me, you know, I was not impressed. You know, the reds up ahead of me, the mediums, this MAUS, T28, not impressed. Get a nice pen into the cheek there of Mr. Mousy, yet to lose any hit points. We are good. Can I? Can I? There it is. Is it? Nah, it's not gonna work. Pull it back. Can I creep up? Will I get swarmed by mediums? That is the question that every MAUS driver has to ask himself. Can I rush up here and get the kill on the MAUS? Possibly, maybe. I'm lit up. He knows, you know. Just lost it, but he knows. Yeah, there we go. That angle is just, it's not going to work. Gun depression. Nah. I'm not really kind of, I'm just wondering what's behind him, what's around him, you know. Here we go, here we go, here we go. No, the tank is just too big and too tall and here we go, here we go. Median's gonna take care of business. Possibly, maybe. There we go. Are we good to go? Enemy flank annihilated, you know. There's Mr. Prototype. He gets taken out, and oh, look at PTA. Hello. Remember me from earlier? Pet him anywhere. Object and an E100 down in town on a minuscule amount of health. Let's get a nice side shot into him. Blind. Yeah, we're good. Nice, nice, nice. And this is kind of very, very interesting. It's a fantastic game when, you know, a first happens and you're 2 years into playing the game. You know, well, it didn't actually happen, but I thought to myself, oh my friggin' lord, I'm about to ram an E100. I'm about to ram an E100, and oh! I'm about to ram an E100. The E100, I'm about to ram him to death. But it was not to be, what can I say? E1, just throwing, I don't know, snowballs at me, and not sure what Mr. Object there was doing, and Mr. E1, yeah, you know, we're mopping up, basically. Shoot one into his butt. Very nice. Picking up my second kill. Object 430. He's going to slip away. Ah, there we go. He gets taken out. And we're good to go. Good to go. Nice use there of my armor. I thought perfect. Was patient. Took my time. Angled just so. Allowed the enemy to make mistakes while I refused to make any mistakes. You can gain such an advantage in this tank if you just keep your hit points intact. And, you know, it's going to take them forever and a day to pen you, kill you, and put you down, etc., etc. That is the secret behind this tank, in my personal opinion. 5k damage. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.